What's going on, guys? Q4 is here. It is Q4, which, as most of you resellers know, that's the best time of year. Usually our sales are increased. Everybody's shopping for friends, family, gifts, all that kind of stuff. So the last 3 months of the year are typically better than the first 3 quarters, or they should be, as long as you're sourcing, listing, and doing the things that you need to be doing. But that's not what today's video about. Today's video is upon a request. It's my first actual video request where somebody reached out to me and asked me to make a specific kind of video, and I thought personally it was a good idea because it's something I haven't talked about before. So today's video is about promoted listings. So we're going to talk about when to promote, how to promote, what kind of options that eBay gives you as far as tools go, and things of that nature. So let's get right into it. So in this video, I'm going to answer 4 common questions for you. What are promoted listings? When should you promote? Why should you promote? And how do you go about promoting listings? So first, we're going to talk about what is promoted listings, because a lot of you guys might be new to eBay, or you might have just kind of just started your store. So let's get into that. Promoted listings is where you can go on eBay and you can pay them a fee to promote your listings. The minimum fee that eBay allows you to promote is 2%. So what you're doing is you're telling eBay that you're willing to pay an additional 2% or even more, depending on what you set your promoted listing rate at. You're telling eBay that you're willing to pay that extra fee for them to advertise the item for you. So a promoted listing, let's say at the minimum 2%, you're going to get extra coverage at the top of the page. Let's say you have a listing that's been on eBay for 5 or 6 months and it's not selling, and then you choose to promote the listing. Now eBay is going to take that listing and they're going to put it maybe at the top of page 1 for some parts of during the day, depending on how much you're paying the promoted listing. So what I think happens is, as you pay to promote a listing, the more percentage that you pay, the higher your rank gets, or the more time you spend at the top of the rank, which means the more impressions you get. Because if I'm promoting, let's say, a vintage Coleman lantern, if I'm paying to promote, then when somebody types in vintage Coleman lantern, my listing is likely going to be one of the first things that they're going to see. So that's kind of what a promoted listing is and how it works in a general term. So the next question is, when should I promote? When should you promote? So personally, I just want to have a little disclaimer here. I don't work for eBay. I'm not an expert. I've just been doing this for a decade. So I have a lot of experience. I have a lot of trial and error over the years. So I'm just trying to share my knowledge with you guys, and then you guys can take this information and, based off what you know or what you've heard from other people and the kind of items you sell, you can decide how you want to approach promoting your listings. So when should I promote? Personally, for me, I like to make new listings weekly. I'm always on here almost every day. And actually, I just finished making 15 new listings. And I'm probably going to make some more listings later in the day after I get some other things taken care of. But the question is, when should you promote? Personally, for me, I'm making these new listings today, right? So I just made those 15 listings. They're not promoted right now. So they're live. They just got listed on eBay. So what I like to do is, when I'm promoting listings, I go back and I've tried to find the listings that I've listed maybe 20, 30 days ago or longer. So anything that's older, 2-3 months old, definitely I'm going to promote those listings. Anything that I listed, say, 3 or 4 weeks ago, I'm going to promote those as well. But as I'm going through and promoting listings, if it's things I just listed this week or last week, for instance, I'm going to wait on promoting them because I don't want to pay an extra fee just yet. And also, once you have a relatively new listing, eBay is going to give it a little bit of extra coverage. When things start to fall down in search results is when they've been on the site for a month or 2 or 3, because this is telling eBay's algorithm that maybe these items aren't priced right, or that people aren't interested in buying these items. So naturally, they're going to fall down in search results. So what you want to do is pay that promoted listing fees to give those older listings a bump. So usually you're promoting the older listings to give those a bump, to just try to move inventory. That's the whole name of the game. That's what we're doing here. We don't want stuff sitting on eBay indefinitely. We don't want to be so stubborn that we're not willing to pay an extra 2% fee to sell the silly item you've had listed on eBay for 6 months. Trust me, it's much better to pay the promoted listing fee. And I know a lot of you are saying, eBay, Feebay, they charge an exorbitant amount of fees already. I'm not giving them any extra money, blah, blah, blah. Trust me, I was that person before. I found myself saying that maybe 5 years ago. I'm never going to promote listings because blah, 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 rah, rah, rah. That's not the way to be. Look, you want to use the tools that eBay gives you. And right now, I hate to say it, but it's the name of the game. If you're not paying for advertising and promoting listings and things of that nature, your inventory is simply not going to move at the rate that you need it to move at. So you have to use these tools that eBay provides you. Is why should I promote? Now, I just kind of covered some of that, so we're going to just I'm probably going to reiterate some of the things I just said. But the main reason you're promoting is to move old dead stock inventory, things you've had on eBay for a long time. I pretty much covered all the reasons why just a couple minutes ago. I can't really think of any other information I would say as to why we're going to promote the listings. So I'll just move on to the last and most important step. How do you promote your listing? So when you're on the eBay website and you click on My eBay, there's somewhere in there's an advertising tab. So you want to click on advertising, and there's a link on the side that says dashboard. And when you go to the dashboard, it's going to show you like a dashboard of campaign. If you've never done a campaign, there won't be any data on this page. It'll just be kind of a blank canvas for you to start your campaign. And then on the top right of the chart that they have there, it'll say create a promotion. You click create promotion, and then it's going to give you a drop down menu. And there's a lot of good options in there. There you can do markdown sales, but we'll talk, that's kind of for another video, because right now we're just mainly talking about promoting listings. So you want to create a campaign, a promoted listings campaign. Once you do that, it's going to ask you to click on what items you want to promote. You can do like bulk editing promotions, like just say I want to promote every listing I have, which isn't a bad idea. But you know, like I said, you might want to wait till some of your listings are 2 or 3 weeks old before you're paying eBay the extra fees. But it does give you the option to bulk edit and promote all of your listings. So what I like to do is pick all the listings I want to promote, and then eBay is going to give you a suggested promotion fee, and it's usually really high. It's usually like 5 to 8%. I'm not willing personally to pay eBay an additional 5 or 8% for promoting my listings. So the minimum is 2%. I like to promote at like 2.2, 2.3, and I think the highest I've done since they've changed it to 2% minimum is 2.5%. The reason I don't do 2% is because I think that like 50 or 60% of people that are promoting at the bare minimum 2% just to get the perks of promoted the listings, but they're not willing to pay any extra fees. So I feel like if you put an extra couple points on there, 2.3, 2.4, you're outbidding with your promoted listing campaign, you're outbidding all the people that are doing the bare minimum. And as we know in today's society, 90% of people just do the bare minimum. So you can expect that most people promoted are doing the bare minimum. If you want to be more aggressive with your promoted listings campaign, it'll probably drive sales a little bit faster. But that's what I'm willing to put in as far as advertising dollars go and to get my listings moving. So I have a very big sample size. Like right now I have almost 1,000 listings on here. So when I don't have promoted listings and I'm selling 4 or 5 items a day, and then I promote, 90% of the listings I have active, I personally see a huge uptick in sales. Like I'll start selling 10 items a day, 10 items a day, 10 plus items a day for day after day after day. And I can just immediately see that this promoted listing campaign is driving a lot of traffic and driving a lot of sales. It works tremendously well. There's no guesswork about it. I have a good enough sample size where I can tell with 100% certainty that it definitely pays off to run promoted listing campaigns. And I personally like to run them for like 30 to 45 days. And sometimes I'll go in and look, and if I notice that my impressions and sales are kind of diving down a little bit, and in a month's time I'll list a couple hundred new listings. So what I'll need to do at some point is end that promoted listing campaign, because I always run them indefinitely. I don't put an end date, and then I go in myself and end the campaign. But every time I end a campaign, I'll typically start a new campaign right after that, because I like to have all those fresh listings on a new campaign, and every time I start a new campaign, it gives me that really good uptick in sales. And as soon as everything starts to level out again, I'll end a campaign and start the process over and include some of my newer listings that I've listed in that time period since I started the previous campaign. So yeah, that was pretty much promoted listings in a nutshell. If there's anything I missed, like, go ahead and share that information below. If you have any specific questions about promoted listings or something, drop a comment below. I'll do my best to answer you. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of drop a little educational video on you guys. I'm probably gonna do more stuff like this because the whole reason I started this channel was to be more educational than like me showing off all the stuff I can buy and sell. Like, that's all great. I know you guys probably like to see that, but I know a lot of you guys watch these channels to learn stuff that you can implement in your business. So I'm gonna start trying to do more informative listings. More informative videos like this when I have the chance. And if you guys have any ideas or things that you would like to learn about, drop that comment below too, and I'd be happy to make a video about that. But that's all the time I got for today. I got to get back to work. Good luck with your guys' sales. Good luck in Q4, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.